everybody. So we're out here in Rock Springs, Wyoming, and we're about a mile away from the Kenworth shop. But the engine was in full basically in stage 2 derate, and I'm still about 3 hours or so away from the terminal, my delivery, or wherever. And we got here. We've been sitting here for a couple of hours and parked. So I decided to make something to eat. And the truck's over here beeping, ding, 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 engine derated, blah, 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 blah. But 2 minutes later, I still got the power reduced to SCR system fault. That's still on, the engine light's still on. The def light is off. And the derate is off. Now, me, usually I'm like, cool, I'm getting out of here. I'm going down the road. But it's done that 2 to 3 times to me so far. And like I said, we're still 3 hours away. Now, if it showed engine will derate in 4 hours, I will drive to Utah. But it doesn't start you all over again. It starts back to like 50 minutes or whatever. So don't want to risk it and be stranded and then have to get a tow. That's food back there if you hear it. So with that being said, we're gonna have to wait until morning and see what they say. Because I'm not gonna chance it again. And there is a firework place right there. That's one, and then there's a bigger one on the other side of that truck, which for the first time of me traveling, I actually went into one of them. It's tempting. It's really tempting, and it's buy one get one free. I'm like, I'm willing to go there and get some. But I came back to my truck, and yeah. So we'll find out what happens tomorrow and go from there. Now, granted, oh yeah, we'll just find out and go from there. So, hello again, everybody. We are in West Valley City, Utah. I took the truck in this morning at the Kenworth dealer in Rock Springs, Wyoming. And don't get me wrong, the people who work there, they're nice, they're cool. But I don't know, there was something about them to where it was just So apparently my def quality was still at 32.5% on their end. But I guess they said there was minor stuff inside my tank to where I might need to get it flushed and change the filter. And they weren't going to be able to get to my truck until Wednesday. So I ended up telling them nope. Fill out the work order, send it to the company, and I had the company pay them $170 for less than an hour's work. And I got fucking fridge is open. Why don't you tell them the fridge is open? I got the invoice of what they were talking about, which is everything pretty good. But the PSI in the pump correction is at 95%. shop was like, that's nothing to really worry about because the amount of the small contaminants. So in all reality, we drove all the way here from Rock Springs, which is like 180 something miles, and the def light came on, the truck will derate, and 1 hour came up, kept driving it, an hour went by, kept driving it. We did lose freaking power, I ain't gonna lie, we lost power going up a hill. We only had 20,000 pounds in the box, and we crept up the hill like 20 to 25, which is understandable and not a big deal. 30 minutes before we got here, the engine will derate crap went away, but the power reduced due to SCR system fault. This and the engine light was still on, but the derate went away. So right now they looked at it. The truck's gonna go to the Cummins guy so he could look at it, give him the option to where they're gonna flush it or just fill it up with their def, because this shop is saying it's at like 31 or 30%. So you guys let me know what percentage is technically considered bad def, because I haven't been able to pull it up. I know there's, what is it, urea is like at 32.5%, and then the water, I forget the name of the water, whatever, is like at 67 or something. But we tested the def in the box, because I had one box. I ended up buying 4 boxes. About one there, and I bought 4. I bought 5 boxes of def. I put 4 in the truck, and I have 1 under the bunk still. They're saying it's testing at 30%, but to me it looked like it was at 32.5 when I looked at it. But like I said, the dealer said it was at 32.5. So you let me know what's considered bad def. Anything from 30 and up to me is good def. But I don't know. So right now I asked them after I got out of the shop and I was talking to him, blah blah. There's a 22 Kenworth that pulled into the shop that's unseated, and if he's gonna take forever or whatnot when it comes to this truck, and if he's not gonna be able to get it out or figure out what's wrong or whatever, I already have a loaner truck situated. And I already told my dispatch and all this stuff. But yeah, we're regening it right now because I just wanted to see what the computer is going to say, and so on and so forth, because this isn't making any sense to me. So other than that, we're sitting at the yard. We'll be here until tomorrow morning, which I'm kicking myself in the ass because I should have just did what I did yesterday. And what I did yesterday, or what I did today, I should have did the day before yesterday and just kept it pushing. But you never know with these trucks. As soon as they start going into derate mode, you don't know if they're going to derate or not derate. To where the one time it derated on me, it literally derated and did not go away. But luckily I was out of here. So yeah. And as you can see, the def light is off. I'm low on fuel. It did drink fuel. It freaking drank it today. But yeah. We ended up just coming here, and I T-called the load in the yard. I what they're doing tomorrow, even if he flushes out the system, or possibly not flush out the system, but drain the tank and possibly change the filter, and then put more new def in it, they're just gonna regen the truck anyway. So since I'm that low on def, if I filled it up with their def, which is supposed to be good quality because it's inside the building and all that other stuff, I'm thinking should be fine if they're talking about the def. But for some reason, I don't think it's the def. I don't see how it could be the def. So we're gonna go from there. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow or later to see what happens with this. If the engine light goes out and the SCR system fault goes away, we'll just see what happens. 'Cause I need to get rolling. So see you guys probably in the next hour or two, and we'll go from there, everybody. So update on the truck. It is regen, and everything showed fine. Pressures, everything. I mean, when you do a regen, it pretty much checks so much just off of the regen because of the flow of the depth, the pressures, all that. So the regen went through, did the full regen, and then there's no alarms, no nothing showing on the truck after it was done. Now the lights were still on after the regen stopped, but I pulled it around, parked, I turned it off, then about 30 seconds I turned the key to the on position, the engine light and the SCR light went off. So I was like, yes. So just to test it, I drove to Walmart, and then from Walmart went in the parking lot, came back out, and then went to a Maverick, and then from Maverick I went back to Walmart because the student ended up asking about stuff that he needed to get. So went back to Walmart, and I turned it off, and then when we left I turned it back on. The lights were still off. Came back to the yard, turned it off, got about like 20 gallons of fuel because I was low, and it went on to the red. And yeah, went into the shop and told them, I was like, you know what, cancel that work order for tomorrow morning. Everything seems to work fine right now. So that's where we're gonna leave it, because normally if there's an issue, even after it does a regen, it would still pop up after the regen, or the regen won't even fully go through. So that being said, we're gonna get rolling tomorrow. Hit up my dispatch up in the office because he's gonna be out here, and see what they got so we can get rolling, because I need to get rolling. In all reality, I lost 2 days, which is pretty much a 34. But then prior of coming out this way, I lost about like a day to 2 days off of sit time, off of a load that ended up being a prime that they were loading on the prime trailer. I went to go pick it up that night. I ended up sitting that night until next afternoon. Then I went to pick up a load, and I sat at my pickup for about 6-7 hours. And then the following day, I delivered the load at 1 in the morning, or 1 in the afternoon. Sat there for about 4 hours, 3 hours, give or take. and then went and picked up the load that we were just on. So there was some sit time, and yeah, I just got to get rolling, and we're gonna go from there. So by the end of this week, students should be getting off the truck, and I don't know, we're gonna go from there. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Write a comment, press thumbs up, let me know what you guys think if you guys made it this far about the video. I'm gonna try to edit this tonight, that way I don't screw myself and not do it. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll go from there, and have a good one.